Hey guys, what's up? It's DGCuber here, and today we have Skewb School, Episode 1. Welcome to Skewb School. This show is dedicated for me to teach you guys everything I know about solving the Skewb in a guaranteed sub 10 way, if not already, and possibly sub 5. This show will consist of tips, tricks, tutorials, and walkthroughs. In this episode, we'll be going over a few first side cases, which are really simple. For this episode, you don't need to know any specific method, but you should know some way of solving, because we are just working on the first side today. But for future episodes, I highly recommend you learn Sarah's intermediate method. It would be really easy for you guys to follow along, plus it's a pretty quick method, and it's not very complicated at all. Now let's move on to the first side cases. Now there are 3 categories of cases, and each category contains one case and one mirror. The cool thing about these cases is that they're extremely easy, and you can one look where the second center is going to be, which is extremely helpful. These are what the first category cases look like. But you can actually solve this case in 4 moves and track where this second center is going. So to recognize this case, you see that you have this one center here and these 3 correct corners around it. And this piece is actually incorrect. It needs to be over here, and this piece needs to be flipped and over here. So when you run into this case, you want to make sure that the piece that needs to be flipped, the white, is facing towards the back, so it's not facing you, and it's either on your left or your right side. But if it's on your right side, it's for the mirror. If it's on your left side, it's for the one that's not the mirror. So it's really easy. All you need to do is R prime, L, R, L prime. And it solves it just like that. You'd be surprised how many times I've run into this in competition. But I'm just going to go over how you can track the second center. So for tracking the second center, it's actually a lot easier than it sounds. So you just need to know that when you do R prime, L, R, L prime, when you do that, the top and the 2 back centers stay. So, these 3 centers stay. They don't move at all. I could do that algorithm. They're in the same spot. And all you need to know for the front centers is that they rotate clockwise. So it's like going like that. So, the yellow is going to be down here. The green is going to be right here. The red is going to be right here. So as soon as you're done doing that algorithm, you know where yellow is going to be. So you can just go boom, and yellow's here, and you do a second layer case. Now for this case, all you do is L, R prime, L prime, R. And when you're tracking the centers, it's the same thing for the first one, except these 3 front ones go counterclockwise, and these 3 centers stay the same. So I know yellow is right here. If I'm doing this algorithm that starts on the left, then it's going to be down here. So I can do that and immediately go down to the bottom case. Now for these cases, this corner doesn't have to be in the exact spot. You can see in inspection that you have this, and the corner is either down here or down here. You just need to know where the other center is going to be. So I know that if I turn this, it won't affect the yellow center at all. And once I do it starting on the left, it's going to be down here. So all you need to do is just, you can just bring this up, do the algorithm, and then find the yellow center, and then do your second layer case. So it's really simple. You don't need to see that inspection. Now another case is this, and sometimes when you're solving, you realize that, the first side is incorrect, because these 2 need to be swapped. So there's a pretty quick algorithm. I came up with this, and it's just to swap 2 around, and it goes like this. R prime, L, R, L prime. And then all you need to do after that is bring this corner down, turn it, and then you can bring it up, and then bring this one back up. Sometimes what happens is you finish the second side, and you realize the first side, all the corners are not correct because 2 need to be swapped. So all you do is that algorithm, R prime, L, R, L prime, and then you bring it down, turn it, bring it back up, bring it back, and then you do a double sledgehammer, and then it brings it back to the solved state. I couldn't find really a shorter algorithm to fix that, so I just did that. There's not really a mirror for this because they both do the same exact thing, but if you want, you could do, you know, L, R prime, L, R, and then bring this down, turn it away, bring it back, bring it up. But I'm much more comfortable with the right-hand version just because it feels a lot better. So these are just as easy as the first cases. They take 8 moves, but it's the first move twice. So what you have is all of the pieces are in the correct spot, but these two need to be flipped. And one of them is facing you, and one of them is facing towards the back. So you want to have the one that's facing you, let's say the one that's facing you is on the right, then you're going to start on the right. So you see I have this white one facing me, so I'm going to do R prime, L, R, L prime, R prime, L, R, L prime. And how you can think of that is for tracking the second center, all you need to know is instead of starting on the right and having it go clockwise, it's going counterclockwise now, because just think when you do that algorithm once, it brings it over here. If you do that algorithm again, it brings it down here. So just know that it does it counterclockwise. Same thing for the mirror, except on the left. So, you know, the one's facing the back, one is facing you. So you just do L, R prime, L prime, R, and you see that brought the yellow center over here. So if you do that again, it brings it down. So that's just a really easy way to track centers and to get your times up on the first side once you run into these cases. Also, at the end of each Skewb School video, I will be doing 3 Skewb walkthrough solves just at the end of each episode, because I thought that would be kind of fun to do. I am color neutral, by the way. Okay, so what I see here is I have these 2 bars on the blue, so I can just, and I have this one facing out, but these are incorrect, so these need to be swapped, and this one needs to be flipped, so I'm just going to do R prime, L, R, L prime, and then I know this blue corner is right here, so as I'm flipping this blue corner, I see the green center is right here, so I know what the case is going to be, and then I have a second layer case, and then U-perm. Alright, let's do another one. Okay, so none of these sides are really that good, but I'm just going to start on yellow. So I see I can bring this corner up, and then I can bring this down, this corner, because it'll match with that one, and then flip this and place it in. And then this corner is needing to be flipped, so I'll flip that, and then I have a second layer case, and then Z-perm. Alright, last walkthrough. I think I'm going to do green this time. So I can see if I bring this piece up, I also know that this piece is here, needing to be here. So I can just bring that over. Last green corner is needing to be flipped, so I'll bring this down, flip it, and I see I have the blue centers right here. Second side case. And then I have another U-perm. Alright everyone, that about wraps it up. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for 2 to 5 videos a week. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. And also, stay subscribed for more Skewb and Pyraminx videos. I love making these for you guys. Comment down below what kind of Skewb videos you want me to make next. I can do tutorial, tips, tricks, whatever you guys want. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.